Welcome to another edition of Ego on Break. It's been a couple of 3 weeks or so since we did a video, so we're gonna catch up.
Still don't work.
Yeah. Today is Halloween 2017, so in honor of Halloween, we're going to talk about scary wrestlers and even scarier matches. So I'm your host, Jay Andrews. I'm joined by the always lovable Mississippi Madman.
Sure.
Yeah. That's why not, huh? So let's kick this off. Since it's Halloween, if you had to dress up as a wrestler, who would you dress up as?
Mankind, the one that had the rat.
Ah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty
I
good.
want all the leather all the way down like he had, because I hated when he did the corporate.
Oh yeah, the tie or whatever.
Crap, I hate that.
I think it'd be cool if I had muscles. To go as Lord Humongous. Like, I saw a picture of Sid earlier.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, and
You're shaped pretty much like the other one.
well, there's about 12 of them. So, but yeah, I saw. Sid was one of the guys considered to be Van Vader in Japan, or that was rumored. And they had showed a picture of him as Lord Humongous, and I was like, that's always it could be a go-to costume, so to speak, because it's the hockey mask, so
basically.
Now I think either that or maybe like the Boogeyman, that could be cool.
Boogie Man or the Boogie Man?
No, the Boogeyman.
You're not tan enough, I'll just say it that way.
Well, I could be the pale version.
Gotcha.
I could be the Mordecai version of Boogeyman.
His albino brother.
Yeah. Well, if Mordecai is the white version of the Undertaker, I could be the white version of.
Yes, I've heard a lot about Mordecai here lately. So.
Oh yeah? He just wrestled in AIW in the J-Lit.
They were talking about like that was supposed to be in WrestleMania 21, Undertaker's opponent.
Yeah.
I was reading all that.
But unfortunately, he headbutted a guy in a bar and killed him, or almost killed him. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly hit a guy.
Basically, he thought Mordecai had a lot of money because he was a WWE wrestler, and it turned out Mordecai was as broke as me and you, and it didn't work out to the guy's benefit.
Have you heard the story on that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where like the guy, had he settled, he'd have got like $2 million, and because Vince fired him, he ended up getting like $250,000.
Yeah.
So. Who's some of the scariest wrestlers that you can think of? Or let me rephrase that. Not necessarily scariest, but supposed to be scary. Because I don't think Boogeyman, anybody consider him scary.
No, I thought it was a joke.
He was supposed to have been scary,
That's terrible.
So,
I'll tell you one, and I'll tell you two. To me, they scared the heck as a kid. Well, I wasn't a kid. I guess I was about 12. Nails.
Yeah.
That dude was just creepy.
Yeah, I give you that one.
And Giant Gonzalez, not Elegante, but Giant Gonzalez in that damn costume of his.
Yeah, I think he definitely was supposed to
be.
be scary, but necessarily wasn't. What about Abdullah the Butcher? He was definitely scary.
I just always thought he was a fat guy. He never
Really?
scared me. No.
Oh,
Even with the fork, I'm like, why ain't he just eating with it? Like, I didn't get it. It never scared me.
So he scared me, man, with his back titties and stuff. It's tough.
I see that every day.
Yeah. So there was a list I watched on YouTube earlier. They had Bastion Booger as a scary guy because like he was so grotesque.
Yeah.
And you got all the slob all over you, all the food drippings and stuff. Like, but I think Doink would be a great one. That maybe he wasn't. Yeah, the evil Doink.
Yeah, no, I could agree with that.
Man, who else? The Shark, maybe, in WCW Earthquake when he was the Shark.
I just thought it was scary that he went from Earthquake to the Shark.
Yeah.
It was scary.
Tell you what would be scary if you were having a Halloween party and you invited Shockmaster over.
And he trips on everything.
Well, you definitely won't light up arrows pointing at the door so it doesn't fall through the wall. That'd be scary. So, enter here.
No tripping.
Yeah, we'd have the party outside so we wouldn't fall.
He'd fall in potholes somewhere and fall.
So, poor Shockmaster.
Right now, is there anybody that you consider scary?
Bray.
And I guess.
It's just that whole serial killer cult kind of. Zombie dragon scary, nightmare
Yeah,
scary.
no, but
But as far as like famous guys,
I mean, to me, the Demon King is supposed to be scary, but he's not.
who's the Demon King?
Finn Balor.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I mean, I can see where that would scare people,
Yeah, I guess.
Man, there's got to be somebody there. Who's all there? I haven't watched in a while.
That's the only two I can think of that would rank in the horror era. Him and Bray.
Really?
Yeah, that's it. Taker's pretty much gone.
Yeah.
Kane's on and off.
But he's not necessarily the scary guy anymore.
Now the bald-headed Kane, the one that come out of the mask, that was a scary son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He was scarier that way to me than he ever was
Really?
in the mask. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'm a character based.
It's like
guy.
he started snapping on every damn body.
Yeah, setting people on fire and
Yeah.
all that stuff. So
Like the mentality was scarier.
I guess
than he
you
ever
could
was.
kind of consider Braun. He could be that guy. I mean, I wouldn't want him to sneak up on me, you know.
No, he ain't sneaking up on the damn soul. He sneaks up on you. You can't hear or see.
What would be scarier? I'm gonna give you 3 matches, and you gotta tell me which one's the scariest. Being in the Punjabi prison match with Great Khali, being in the Dog Kennel from Hell with Boss Man, or being inside the Chamber of Horrors with Abdullah the Butcher.
I'm gonna go with the Dog Kennel from Hell because I'd probably just, instead of wrestling, I'd probably be too busy laughing at the dogs humping. That happened twice during that match. Because I'm like, there's nothing you can do with that. At least with the other two, it's work aroundable. You know, they just said this match was so bad, there was nothing they could do.
I heard a guy said it was taking dumps and giving humps.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
It was awful, dude. Have you ever seen it?
when it happened, but I've never went
I
back and
saw
watched it.
It's horrible.
Never really wanted to. Even though I'm a big Boss Man and Al Snow fan, I just never wanted
But I was
to see
always
that
like,
match.
well, cool, it's gonna be a Hell in a Cell match, you know? And
Yeah.
I'm like, it's just got a cage inside it. I was like, hell, there's no way it's gonna be bad. But I was wrong.
Buried Alive match. I mean, that would definitely fit the
Oh, no,
Halloween
that would
theme.
freak
That
me
casket
out,
match.
yeah.
You know, both of those would fit. Body bag match. What's your opinion on? I know several promotions done, especially some indie promotions, where they do like a trick or treat on a pole and they have costumes and candy and then like a title shot, or like I think TNA did it. Well, I know they did it with the turkey, but I think they did it with like Eric Young had to dress up like a pumpkin or something.
Jesus.
What's your opinion on like the gimmicky Halloween something hidden in a box on a pole match?
You know what you got in the box? Because I've seen some where you feast or fired and all that
Yeah.
crap. I don't know. If it's a weapons match, maybe it's got pies or something in it. If it's at least a little hardcore and a little funny, I can handle it. If it's all funny, I don't want to watch it. I mean, I want to watch some funny, don't get me wrong, but I don't want the whole damn match
Right.
like that.
I watched one. I was just trying to study up on some stuff, and it was Booker T and Jeff Jarrett
Oh,
in
God.
WCW. They had
Guitar on a pole match?
no, it was 4 poles, and each pole had a box, and
Yes.
one of the boxes had the title in it, and
I
like.
know
I think Jarrett got slung into the corner, and he hit the corner, and one of the boxes fell,
that.
and it had a blow-up doll in it.
Wow.
And then Stevie Ray got another. I mean, not Stevie Ray, but Booker T got another box, and it had a picture of Scott Hall in it for some reason.
Oh, because he was fired from WCW at the point.
Is that what it was?
Inside joke, yeah. It's
Okay.
supposed to be.
I don't remember what the third box had, but I think it was something stupid as well. And then the fourth box, which was of course the last box, had the title. And when Booker T reached to get the box and he brought it down, the title fell out of the bottom of it. It fell to the floor.
Wow. I'll tell you when it was scary. If you ever saw it, it's freaking horrible. Buff Bagwell's mama on a forklift match.
Judy Bagwell on
Yeah,
the
it
pole.
was it wasn't a pole, it was a damn forklift. You couldn't lift her on a pole. It don't even make sense. But
Tell you-
she was on a forklift.
Yeah, that's scary.
It was
I think I'd
awful.
just lose on purpose.
It's horrible.
A scalpel match, I think that could be
Oh, I ain't doing
considered.
that shit.
You know what I mean? I think that could be
Yeah.
considered a
No, especially
kind of a
like heights.
Halloween themed match.
I don't like heights. I didn't like going up on a ladder, and I've done it a couple of times.
Yeah.
Screw that.
So yeah, and a few times you have went to the top rope, doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily work
Didn't
out for you.
necessarily. Bon voyage to my knees.
What's your most favorite like horror villain turned wrestler? Like, do you have one?
I'll tell you, one I liked is a horror movie, but I saw it on wrestling and it was weird because they were cheering him. But it was Freddy Krueger. And the friends were cheering him. And it was out of Tennessee somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, it was
remember
Memphis
which
for
one.
sure. You can
But
bet it was Jerry Lawler.
this poor guy, he had that damn Freddy Krueger mask on, and I guess they had it duct taped together or whatever in the back. You could tell this poor son bitch was about to die. I mean, it was rough.
I saw this. Speaking of Memphis, I'd watch like a list of like bad villains in Memphis wrestling or something, and I can't remember the guy's name, but he was like Trey Moore or something like that. He was Lord of the Volcano, and he essentially was like a Doctor Doom ripoff. And it was pretty horrible. You got Leatherface. I think the Leatherface character in wrestling is like probably to me is probably the best one.
Well, that was in Japan, right?
Well, they've done
Wasn't there two
Japan.
of
They've
them
done it
that
in
did it?
Memphis. Yeah, they've done it in a lot of places.
Well, the one guy was really, really famous for doing it. He was
Yeah.
actually a pretty good wrestler.
Yeah, he was a
Can't
Canadian
think his
guy. Like
freaking
if you
name. Yeah.
like Jericho, he's one of like the guys that Jericho kind of broke in with or whatever. Jericho said his name a few
What
times
about
on
like
his,
Faces of Fear?
with Ming and Barbarian.
Was it Faces of Fear, Masters of Pain? A bunch of guys that painted their face over the years.
Yeah.
I've been trying to think of them here lately, and I can't remember.
Well, you
all
had
of them. But I was talking about like tag teams.
Yeah.
Demolition, LOD.
I got you. So just painted up. You had, I mean, technically, Doom. They wouldn't necessarily painted, but they had the mask on.
What was Sting and Warrior as a tag team?
They were the Blade Runners.
Blade Runners.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of that the same one.
Rock and Sting.
Yeah. I always thought it was funny that The Rock was originally the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
And he never said what The Rock is cooking though.
If he would have, he may have got.
You wouldn't have understood what the hell he was talking about.
From the
I'm
Emperor's-
down here on The Rock waiting for Hulk Hogan. What?
That's what I'm cooking. What about Don the Rock Morocco?
Yeah, true.
Man, I'm just trying to think of like.
Some horror in wrestling.
Yeah, like
Vince McMahon
Yeti.
singing "Stand Back" was pretty freaking horrible.
What about the Yeti?
Well, he only showed up one time.
Who wins the Yeti versus?
Did he ever wrestle?
Yes,
Once.
several. He was in
Oh,
one of the
God.
World War III's, but they changed the Yeti. Went from mummy to ninja.
Yeah,
And he was in a
no, I
giant
knew
ninja
that.
costume.
But it was the guy that was Ron Reese.
Yeah.
That's who did it.
Okay, you got the Yeti versus the ECW Zombie versus what's another horrible like thing that didn't last?
Christmas Creature.
The Christmas Creature. That works.
Jesus.
Who wins?
Nobody,
Creature.
because the match had happened.
Christmas Creature. So,
No, that's horrible. Oh God.
all right, let's
I
see.
mean, the Yeti showed up and humped Hulk Hogan. They did like a bear hug, and he was humping Hogan from
It
behind.
was
or
a
whatever
squash
it was.
sandwich.
It was horrible.
What about Papa Shango? That's scary, huh?
Kinda.
I mean, it's definitely Halloween.
When they did the whole deal and the black stuff started pouring out of Warrior's head,
Motor
that
oil.
was the only stuff that ever I thought was scary. Because I'm like, where the hell is it coming from?
Under his hat. He
Did
wore
he
a
have
hat.
on?
Yes.
I was a kid when that happened. I don't remember.
Warrior puking. He had the hat.
I remember the puking, man. I remember I guess it was supposed to be black blood or
Yeah.
something. They never really did specify.
It was ooze.
And then it built up to nothing because, like, he quit. Literally, he's like, they did all these vignettes to lead up to nothing.
Well, like Shango was supposed to be in a big angle with Sid, and Sid quit. So
Couldn't win, could he?
poor
They
fella.
had a bunch of house show matches they said were freaking horrible.
Yeah, probably good.
But then it was leading up from that to him and Jake, and it went nowhere. So,
If you were going to
There's another guy that's scary.
Jake
the Snake Roberts.
Jake and Sting had at one of the Halloween Havocs. They had the Coal Miners' Love.
That's terrible. You ought to watch Tony Schiavone call it now if you can find it.
wow.
It's on YouTube. They shit all over that match. It's so bad.
He's got the glove.
Look, he's put it back down. Look, he's almost up the pole. Well, he stopped for some reason. I'm not sure why. But like they're like shooting legit on like how bad this match is because it's terrible.
What is your thoughts? And I know there's like Halloween. There's Hallowicked. you know, those kind of guys where their head is essentially a pumpkin. What would your thoughts be if there was legit, like, think jack-o'-lantern sized pumpkin, like think Dr. Cube in Kaiju Big Battle, but with a pumpkin head?
I feel bad for you. I don't know how you gonna bump. Gonna fall off. It'll like the was it a Necro Butcher? He had the Necro Bunny and the head come flying off. Yeah.
Dragon lost his head a few times
Dragon
too.
lost his. There was a teddy bear that lost his. He was the Batista bear.
I attempted to create a offshoot of the Dr. Cube character for Halloween.
Yeah, we did Santa Claus versus the Brown Grinch.
The Grinch that stole Christmas.
That was the Grinch that rolled in the ditch. That's what that was. Because he was brown.
Well, you know, when you have a Bigfoot costume and it's Christmas, you have to get creative.
Yeah, that
so.
was his cousin,
Yeah.
Leroy.
Well, who says Grinch isn't a Sasquatch?
Who says he ain't? I
You
don't
know?
know.
So, I mean,
He got rolled over by Santa Claus.
you got steamrolled by a fat guy. Yes! Independent wrestling, you get to see Santa Claus take on the Grinch that stole Christmas.
Shit.
I think that's a match we should bring back.
You go right ahead.
Maybe for Christmas this year.
No.
You got a Santa Claus suit? You're a pretty fat guy.
Shoot, I ain't right now. I'm down like 3 pant sizes. Legit.
When you go from 400 to 399, you've lost weight.
Whatever, dude. All I know is my damn pants won't stay up without a belt.
All right, quick. Let's just name 5 wrestlers that could be Halloween costumes. Like, get away from your John Cena's and your Macho Man's, like, that could possibly scare people that are not wrestling fans.
Scare people?
Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior scared the hell out of you if you act like that in public.
Okay.
Think about it.
Give you that. What else? Give me some more. All right, I'll give one. I'm going to go with the Berserker.
Berserker?
Big
Husk,
Viking.
husk.
Yeah. Wielding a sword. That scared me. What you got next?
Undertaker when he was a zombie Undertaker, more or less.
Alright. I'm going to go with Midian with the eyeball on his head.
Oh, yeah.
Not naked Midian, but Midian with the eyeball on his head.
Yeah.
And that's scary.
I'm trying to remember. Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. That's pretty good. Alright. What about Jushin Liger? Like, if you didn't know, you know, he's got the fangs and stuff in his mask. Like,
Well, you know, he was taken off a manga cartoon.
I didn't. But, so, I mean, I think he could be scary. Especially like, you know, he's got the dark version or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, God, that was Chris Jericho. He said the damn costume was so bad he couldn't move. He's like, I'm blind the whole match, can't see a damn thing, getting the crap kicked out of me. Muda.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
About Relic.
Really? No, I never was scared of that dude.
Really?
No. He looked to me more like a superhero, honest to God.
He scared me. Yeah, he scared me for sure.
Nightmare.
Okay.
That'd definitely send you out there.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go with Zombie Dragon.
I knew him when he
Since
was
they're partners.
awesome. So.
Yeah. And now I know you're scary. All right, give me one more, just to wrap it up.
Now you want scary.
You know that could be scary.
Pharaoh Funk. There you go.
I was gonna say Kevin Thorne, but I don't think I can top the Skullet. So.
I get funky.
Peer into my head. See
Damn near
yourself.
cans. Yeah. Shine that skull up enough, but you go straight through the brain.
All right, guys.
Still
Hope
don't
you
know
enjoy
spell his
this
middle name.
Halloween edition of Ego on Break.
ODB. There you go. That's scary. Hi, how you doing? I'm Jesse.
Allegedly. Oh. So, all right, guys. Hope you enjoyed Ego on Break. November the 11th, Great Southern 8. It's the 6th annual Great Southern 8 at the Hideaway, Jackson, Mississippi. 8 wrestlers, 8 states, all, you know, gathering together to fight it out to see who just is the greatest. Check it out. November the 11th, Great Southern 8, Jackson, Mississippi at the Hideaway. Later, guys.